"Come, love, with peace in your heart," said Niamh of the ice-blue eyes. Blue eyes. It's based on an Irish folk tale. Warrior poet O'Sheen goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise. Niamh is of the Fey folk, the fair ones, fairies. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you. I've always been drawn to things that are kind of both good and bad at the same time. Maybe because that's so like life.
Yeah?
My grandma introduced me to these old legends when I was just a kid, in between stories of what she could still remember of her childhood in the old country. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry.
Interesting.
The elemental imagery is something draws me to this trunk. Is it the memories locked within? Or something else? We use this trunk to store trinkets and papers, but I can't help thinking there's something of importance inside. It's too painful. I want to, but not yet.
Okay. Alright. Oh, we had children? Interesting. Is that all I can do? Nothing to say. Okay.
So many afternoons spent in this armchair.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. And cuddle.
What did we talk about? Damn this fallible memory of mine. The most comfortable spot in the cabin. Well, along with the bed, of course. I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now, putting her hand under my shirt. Of course, we made love here, too. There was no place in the cabin we didn't before things deteriorated.
That's
the most comfortable spot in the cabin. Well, along with the bed, of course.
Wow, okay. Things that keep us tired, common sense, and other lovely fairy tales. Nephilism. Nephilim? I don't know why it's going Nephilism. The greatest mystery of the antediluvian world. Bahul Strikes Back, the official hint book. Zombie space dinosaurs from the deep ate my family. The St. Christopher's School lockdown. Blind Earth. Petacrutor. Plugs, not drugs. Searching for a Dynasty. Ode to a Kumquat. Encyclopedia Galactica. Dalamar Folklore. Horton hears some unpleasant truths about himself.
So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this. The smell of old books is intoxicating. What happens to wood pulp as it ages gives it that distinctive vanilla smell. I loved it when we took down one of my favorites and curled up on the bed to read together as the wind howled outside on cold winter nights. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too. A lot of rarities and special editions here. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No. Of course not.
Of course not!
Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too.
Oh, boy.
A lot of rarities and special editions here.
Let's see, The Unfortunate Life of a Chocobo Sage. Encyclopedia for Bozica. My Bloody Sabbath, How I Learned the Devil's Music. Light and Dark of the Soul. English Grammar for Beginners. So You Want to Be a Purple Tentacle. A Night at the Fairy Grotto. Behind the Left-Handed Architect. The Art of Drowning. Cabras, Lesbianas, Macrobas. James Kellogg, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Dream of Snow, Quarter 9. Dagon for Goats in 24 Hours. Crowdfunding or How I Met 50 Great People and Went Broke. Alright, that's interesting. So let's look at the bottom shelf. The Great Underground Empire History. One more key card, then I'll ask Susie out
It's been
how
so
Space
long
Quest...
since I said her name out loud. I think that's the moment I fell in love with her. When she told me the soothing sound of her name.
Interesting. I'll ask Susie out how Space Quest ruined my life. Prominence, a science fiction adventure. 1001 innovative uses for a piece of string. A crazy's guide to fortifying your liver. And that's why I'm single. A memoir. Kleptomania.
So
big
glad
pockets,
to meet you. My name is Serena.
And better grabs. Life and death of a Kickstarter addict. The power of perseverance. Adventures of a scary bear. Storyteller. The grasshopper life's heavy. Don't you mean the grasshopper jumps jolly high? If you guys know what that's from, yes. Collected works. Alright.
My heart is racing. I can't help but feel there's something I have to do.
Alright, I'm trying to figure it out, man. Can you give me a
Sharing
second?
meals with a good red wine was one of the great pleasures in our relationship, especially in the intimacy of this cabin. I should probably eat. Can't remember the last time I ate, yet I don't feel hungry. I have more pressing things on my mind right now than culinary exploits.
Blasphemy! There is always time for culinary exploits. Oh!
The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an action... My love, we don't have a lot of photos. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera.
Whoa.
It was a different world back then. How long has it been, I wonder? I can't tell. And I miss her so much. That ticking, it never stops. I've wasted so much time in my life. Did I ever take a break to show her how much I truly cared? The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up, it keeps going out of sync. Actually, I think it might have gone out of sync again. No trusting this clock. I wonder what time it is. As if it mattered. The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we seem to take fewer and fewer walks as the years went by. Everything around here is so familiar. Everybody thinks that living out in the middle of a dark, dense forest is so romantic. Nothing but you and nature. Serena and I thought so too, once. That is, until the loneliness kicked in. Why did we choose this place? We were both so young and spontaneous. Why did we suddenly decide we should let our love wither away in a still life? There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago. It wasn't the only thing she threw. Not exactly perfect soundproofing. Sunlight can be confusing, oppressive, as if pregnant with some ill omen. Or is the stress finally catching up with me?
I don't like this.
Sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us.
I don't like that picture. Two friends stand by each other through any adversity.
Why? I might just as well stay here. I should really stay. I'm so tired anyway.
Can we open this?
I know it's my general state of mind, but I feel even more depressed near this armoire. Guess I can't shake off the memory of my sweet Serena trying on her various garments.
Be honest. Does this dress show too much cleavage? I want only one pair of eyes on me.
How I miss her naked back when she was standing by this armoire. The perfect curve of her neck. Her firm bottom. I'm a casual dresser. No need to change clothes right now. Don't think Serena would approve of me making an even bigger mess of the clothes in here. Maybe later. There's nothing of... As always, I automatically went to the window side, and she took the one by the armoire. Some of her scent still lingers. What's the matter with me? I can't seem to remember even ordinary things. When was the last time we made love? Maybe if I go to sleep, I will wake up, and there she'll be, arms wrapped around me, the warm and passionate touch of her lips. But I can't sleep. It feels as if I've been awake for ages.
Okay. Nope. Okay.
All those moments we sat at this table, laughing, smiling, simply looking in each other's eyes. Will we have them again someday? It's different. But that just... It can't be different.
Oh shit, she's pissed at me. What did I do?
Am I going mad? Somehow she looks sadder than I remembered. Could I really have been so wrong about that night?
I don't think she's sad. I think she's pissed, man. Then again, I'm really bad at telling what emotion is on people's faces, so...
My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple.
Is it my imagination, or are you using even more these days?
She had a point. I am on medication for blood pressure, after all. This table has seen many happy times. The meals we shared, or when we just used to stay up late with a bottle of wine and talk. Oh, how we talked.
Yeah, I'm getting up. Maybe there's something new by the... I don't like that!
I'm a casual
Alright.
dresser.
Could you take this out and beat it, love? It's getting a bit dusty.
It's one of the few decorative things here. We weren't much of homemakers, either of us. I remember us washing it properly in the lake many summers ago. Once.
That was probably a fucking job. Have you guys ever washed a rug? Like a big rug? Like, that's not a very big rug, but like... Washing a big, like, area rug that goes underneath, like, a kitchen table or something is a nightmare. I helped my parents wash one probably about a year or so ago, and man, that sucked.
No trapdoor under there, just more creaky floor. I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up.
Good. Awesome, because if you do that, it's horrible later.
The rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
No trapdoor under there, just there are no monsters. I feel too restless to sleep right now. Is it possible there were times I was dismissive of her beliefs without even realizing it? I don't think so, but memory can be so deceptive. It's just a book. What good will reading a fairy tale do me? God has never been there for me when I needed comfort. Why would he want to go out of his mysterious ways to help me now? All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. All of these stupid, feeble-minded woman with her silly, menial things. It was she who didn't deserve me. I wouldn't waste my intellect on this sublunary distraction. She probably cared more for this plant than she cared for me. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why torture myself trying to remember?
Dude, can you please just shut the fuck up?
Sit down. We need to talk.
When did it go so wrong? This was supposed to be We weren't supposed to fight here.
You just don't get it, do you? You never do.
I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much.
Dude, could you stop saying that, please?
She's angry now. Part of me realizes I should be more shocked by this, but for some reason, I just feel numb. Beyond it.
I told you she was pissed!
She was lying to me and manipulating me all the time. Why did I let her do that?
What the fuck was she lying about? What
I'm
the
the
fuck?
one who should have been scowling. She played me like a harp and made me look like a complete idiot.
You're making yourself look like a complete idiot if that...
All of I couldn't care less. I torture myself trying to remember.
Oh my god! This dude